What if I told you that some of Hollywood's brightest stars, the people we admire for their talent, charisma, and success, once struggled with something as simple as reading a page of text? This isn't a scandal, it's not a secret addiction, it's dyslexia, a learning disorder that affects millions worldwide. But for these celebrities, it didn't stop them. In fact, it might have been their greatest strength. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you're about to see how 14 world-famous icons turned their biggest obstacle into their superpower. Dyslexia is often misunderstood. It's not about intelligence, but about how the brain processes written words. It can cause difficulty with reading, spelling, or even remembering what's just been read. For a child in school, it can be devastating to self-confidence. And for an aspiring actor, singer, or athlete, it can seem like a career-ending flaw. Yet, the celebrities you're about to meet not only battled dyslexia, they conquered it and used their unique way of thinking to reach the very top. Let's count down from 14 to number 1 and discover their inspiring journeys. Born December 3, 1948 in Birmingham, England, Ozzy Osbourne grew up in a working-class family. School was a struggle, and he dropped out without finishing. What most didn't know at the time, Ozzy had both dyslexia and ADHD. Reading was a nightmare, and even today he admits stage fright sometimes creeps in. But here's the twist. Ozzy believes dyslexia fueled his creativity. Thinking in unusual ways helped him become one of the most iconic rock singers in history, fronting Black Sabbath and building a solo career that defined heavy metal. Born October 28, 1955 in Washington, Bill Gates is a name synonymous with technology and innovation. The co-founder of Microsoft faced dyslexia early on, struggling to keep up in traditional reading settings. Instead of being discouraged, Gates developed intense focus and problem-solving skills. He even participated in reading contests to sharpen his abilities. Today, he's not just a billionaire, he's one of the most influential philanthropists on the planet. Born in New York, Tom Cruise was diagnosed with dyslexia at 7. Reading felt impossible. Pages would blur, words would vanish from memory, and frustration was constant. Even into his acting career, scripts were a challenge. At 19, when he landed his first big role, he realized dyslexia could stop him if he didn't fight back. Cruise trained himself to visualize words and scenes, creating mental images instead of relying purely on text. The result? A legendary career with blockbuster hits from Top Gun to Mission Impossible. Born January 17, 1942, in Kentucky, Muhammad Ali wasn't just the greatest in the boxing ring. He was a fighter in life. Dyslexia made high school difficult, and reading challenges nearly held him back. But Ali's determination was unmatched. Later, he and his wife created the Go the Distance book series to inspire young readers with dyslexia. His message was clear. Your challenges don't define you. Your fight does. Born into a family that valued reading, Anderson Cooper felt isolated when dyslexia made books a struggle. As a child, he reversed letters and needed special reading instruction. The breakthrough came when a teacher encouraged him to read what truly interested him, igniting a lifelong passion for storytelling. Today, he's a respected CNN anchor, proof that dyslexia can't silence a voice meant to be heard. Born in Mexico, Salma Hayek was a fast learner in many subjects but struggled with reading. She wasn't diagnosed with dyslexia until her teens. Even then, she refused to let it slow her down. Acting scripts took her longer to read, but once she read them, she remembered every word. Today, Hayek is not just a Hollywood star, but also a producer and activist, using her platform to inspire others. Born in California, Gwen Stefani discovered she had dyslexia only after her 2 sons were diagnosed. Looking back, she realized why school was so difficult. But instead of shame, she now sees dyslexia as part of her unique, creative brain. From No Doubt to a solo career and fashion ventures, Gwen turned difference into style and success. One of the greatest filmmakers of all time, Steven Spielberg wasn't diagnosed until age 60. Suddenly, his school struggles made sense. The dread of reading aloud, the slow pace with scripts. Yet Spielberg turned this challenge into an advantage, focusing deeply on each story he read. With Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, and more, he's shaped the imagination of generations. Diagnosed at age 7, Orlando Bloom hid his dyslexia from classmates. Reading and spelling felt impossible, leaving him angry and frustrated. But with his mother's encouragement and drama classes, Bloom discovered that his mind's creative wiring could be his greatest asset. From The Lord of the Rings to Pirates of the Caribbean, he proved that storytelling isn't just about reading words, it's about bringing them to life. Keira Knightley learned of her dyslexia at 6. Her mother used movie scripts to help her practice reading, turning learning into play. Early diagnosis and discipline built a strong work ethic. Today, Knightley is known for roles in Pride and Prejudice and Pirates of the Caribbean, and she's open about how dyslexia shaped her persistence and focus. Born in Lebanon and raised across multiple countries, Keanu Reeves faced constant school changes. Dyslexia made reading slow and frustrating, and he eventually dropped out. But his love for Shakespeare kept his mind engaged, and acting gave him a way to express what words sometimes couldn't. Today, from The Matrix to John Wick, Reeves is a global icon. Before she was a music legend, Cher struggled in school with both dyslexia and dyscalculia. Teachers misunderstood her, thinking she wasn't living up to her potential. She dropped out, pursued entertainment, and years later discovered her diagnosis when testing her son. The revelation explained years of frustration and showed her that she'd succeeded despite it all. Diagnosed at 7, Tom Holland faced learning challenges that could have shaken his confidence. Instead, he developed careful preparation habits, giving himself extra time to master scripts. His dedication paid off. From Billy Elliot the musical to becoming Spider-Man, Holland proves that discipline can turn any challenge into a superpower. Born in California, Jennifer Aniston struggled in school, often thinking she wasn't smart. At 20, an eye test for glasses revealed she had dyslexia and even a slight lazy eye. The diagnosis changed her life, explaining years of self-doubt. Today, she's an Emmy-winning star of Friends and countless films, proof that the right discovery can rewrite your entire self-image. Dyslexia doesn't define intelligence. It defines the way your brain works. These 14 celebrities didn't just overcome it, they thrived because of it. Their stories are proof that what makes you different can make you unstoppable. So, the next time you face an obstacle, remember, your mind's unique way of thinking might just be your greatest gift. If you enjoyed this countdown and want more untold Hollywood stories, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Hollywood Entertainment, and ring the bell so you never miss our next video.